Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's All You Can Geek Gamescast, episode 363. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gast, joined by Mike Sneedy.
What's up?
Corey Feinsod.
Fire up! Let's do this, Jim. Full preview.
And Tony Korkanakis.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Welcome, listeners and viewers. We are getting into this because we are getting to the fall preview. I promise you all that. It's happening November, December of this year. We're going over the releases. The criteria for this are, just so you all, we're not getting into it right away, but the criteria for this is the games have to have an actual date, I believe, right? I can't just like say, oh, this might come out here. We have to have something as a launch date.
Well, if it says holiday 2017, I'd say you can still talk about it.
Can we take that as gospel? Like that's going to be...
It's not gospel, but I mean, we've seen it before where the game has a date and then it doesn't make that date and it gets pushed. I mean, sure. It's not unheard of.
I just thought it would be easier to go through the list that way, but okay. Anyways, let's kick this off with some video game news first, and then we'll get into what we've been up to, and then finish up with the fall preview. A couple things real quick in video game news. We've got the voice actor strike that was going on in video games is coming to an end. Looks like they finally both sides.
There's a tentative deal, definitely.
Yes, tentative deal. It could still fall through, but. I don't really have the details yet, but bonuses are based on sessions work, so they got bonuses worked out. $75 for the first sessions. I don't know if you need to know these details, but the good news is we're going to have some good voice acting, hopefully, back in video games again. Not that it's been terrible, but it's been some bad stuff.
Yeah.
So, looking forward.
I mean, Injustice was a big hit, took a big hit, Mike.
Did it? Because I thought I had most of the actors actually from the Writers Guild.
Used the voice lines. There were no new voice lines. Not new ones, but a lot of the voices that were the same, or just because they already had those clips recorded.
I guess so. I couldn't tell.
All right. Well, that's because people complain about that, how like Sub-Zero just says the same thing over and over again because they didn't get anything.
No one cares about Sub-Zero.
I'm Batman over and over again.
No, Conroy definitely had to record new stuff because he's like the main character in the story mode.
I don't think he's part of that.
He's not. I don't think he is part of that guild either.
No, because he's like a regular Writers Guild, I think, voice actor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mean, it's good news. It's coming to an end though, so we don't get to hear speeches this December during the Video Game Awards from Troy Baker saying, "You guys should all."
Nolan North.
Oh, Nolan North. I'm sorry, Troy Baker. Nolan North.
Whatever.
Troy Baker, I think, is like on
interchangeable.
Well, no, I think they're on the same side in this particular contest.
Sure, they're they're.
Well, I mean, they're the most prominent voice actors. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say they are not hurting for work, so they'll just keep going. They'll be fine.
Yeah. And then we have the Player Unknown Battleground dev talking about the Fortnite ripoff. I wanted to bring this up because I thought this was ridiculous. I wanted to bring this up on the podcast because I thought this was ridiculous. That he's contemplating action against the Fortnite devs for the Battle Royale mode. Like, is he the first person to really come up with this idea?
No.
So
is he the first game that got blatantly like a mode taken from them?
First of all,
I don't think so.
No, he's definitely not.
But it's not Player Unknown that's saying this. It's the developer. That's saying like
the developer. I said developer. No, it's not him. Yeah, no, I said the Player Unknown developer.
Right. So just to be clear, the guy Player Unknown is an actual person who created this game mode in DayZ and H1Z1. Like he kind of spearheaded this, battle arena style game mode, just like Dota and League of Legends or MOBAs. So this is a new genre of game type, and yeah, that's what happens when you create a new genre. People are going to emulate it, and you're going to get more types of those things. I think what's funny is Bluehole came out and tried to clarify their statement by saying it's not that we don't want it to be another Battle Royale style game. It's that we're upset with Epic Games because, and I'm paraphrasing because I don't know the exact quotes, like they helped us make this and they even called us out when they announced this game. It's like, so why? It's still confusing. Like, why are you upset with Epic for emulating a game mode that's not like the selling point of Fortnite, but it is just another mode in their game that's going to be free? So sure, it's significant, but what action are you taking? That's my question. Like, what are you supposedly trying to do here? other than give yourself like egg on your face.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like Mike said though, it's not the first game to get blatantly ripped off. It's not even ripped off. Like it's been based on other things anyways. So it's like,
if this was like easily doable in like the court of law, it would have been done already. That's my point. Like, it's happened more blatantly before, and I don't see any chance they could like get any compensation or cease and desist or anything out of this.
Yeah, I don't see it either. That's it. That's all I have for gaming news. I think this week I didn't really have much coming out really. So
they 2K tried to get GameSpot, was it their GameSpot review of their NBA 2K18 or 7 whatever.
I saw that. It was not even like they wanted to get the score changed, but they said to
they wanted to get it removed.
Yeah, not post it. Yeah.
Yeah, so it wouldn't affect their Metacritic score. The score they gave it a 3 out of 10.
That is pretty crazy.
And they cited the fact that the virtual currency it prohibits them from enjoying the game. So I mean that's that one reviewer's opinion, and that's a valid opinion. If you don't like the fact that you get gated by pay-to-play type of mentality, then you're not going to
Mike,
do well.
I mean, you don't use that mode anyways, though. We've talked about this. You don't.
No, I don't, but it's not. You get VC. It just takes probably forever if you don't pay for it.
200 games to raise your player from like what, a 70 to an 86.
Well, 86 is like all-star level, so.
Yeah.
Like Nick said. I mean, I don't know. That sounds like a user review that happens to be someone who's getting paid to be a reviewer.
But they're entitled for that review. I mean, that's a legitimate gripe.
And the reviewers played the other games, and he felt like the other games didn't prohibit his enjoyment of them as much as this one because of the changes they made. And that's what we talked about last week with the slippery slope. Is you start implementing these things little by little, and then they get expanded on more and more, and eventually game modes that you enjoy and look forward to are you're not able to play. And you said you don't play that game mode.
Yeah, I know, and I would be more receptive to that criticism if there wasn't whole game modes that I like that I buy the game for that don't even involve that currency at all.
Yeah. But imagine like with Injustice and how they do their loot system and things, and being gated with like, well now you have to buy this.
There's a little of that.
And that's what I'm saying is like that. Just imagine that being even worse and actually having to spend money. Like, the card trader app, Topps card trader app, they introduced new currency, which is only available to people who buy it. And now there are card packs that are only available to that currency. And you cannot get these cards unless you have that currency, and you have to have that currency. You have to buy that currency with real money. And to me, that ruined the experience of that app now. Like, I don't really use it. I just keep building up my credit because maybe one day they'll fix it. But
yeah,
like I have like 5 million in credit. And I usually had nothing because I'm always spending on stuff. But I have nothing to spend it on. That's how I feel like about this is, and we mentioned it last week, you're going to ruin the core experience eventually if you keep going down this way. And something has to change. And especially in sports games, because they are annual and they are very iterative, they don't change much. And when you do have a big change, that's usually in like the my career or my player mode. Like what else can you change other than that, like drastically? So to me, I think that's a big deal, and that they're gonna have to. You have to speak with your wallet, like you said earlier, last podcast.
Yeah,
Tony.
That's what I've always been saying. Always.
Even last movie.
But at the same time, your other point is that
you should go back to the movie cast and listen. Go on.
These games are too expensive to just be out there for $60.
Yeah, but you don't have to.
And it's an optional thing. To me, it's an optional thing because, again, I can play a whole season with my favorite team and even the legend teams. Their new thing is they have all-time.
But like you're buying
everybody. They do have a new thing.
But you're viewing it entirely from your perspective, Mike.
I understand that, but I mean, like,
do you?
They've had the VC for a while before, like a while.
Now
it's been the same. It's just the value changed a little bit here.
I'm just saying that it's getting worse, and the game mode that it's worse in is a mode that a lot of people enjoy and look forward to. That gets the most change year over year because it's not just gameplay. You're not just playing you have your league play, you have your whatever play, but like my career mode is the mode that makes it much more of an RPG type of thing, and that's where a lot of players want to be that I know you don't usually play that, but like your brother plays that mode. It's like they want to be that player to rise through the ranks and become a star and put themselves on a team or their favorite team. Like that's the mode I would be playing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I don't know, I think that it needs to be. I think that it's good that they didn't change it, but it's interesting that the publisher is voicing their opinion, saying, "Hey, take this down." Like,
yeah,
what are you gonna do? Like that's.
I agree.
It's a part of it.
Let's get into what we've been up to, guys. Mike, kick us off.
So I'll start with NBA 2K18. I did get it.
Nice.
I haven't
played it before Destiny, eh?
Yeah. Destiny didn't quite. Actually, well, not really, but.
Wait, the Destiny intro didn't quite grab you? Because that's not in my mind. That's not. I love the intro for Destiny 2. I will say that about
Destiny
that game.
took me a while to like. It took me until maybe today to get into.
Wow.
I'm like level 12 right now.
Wow.
But
I think I missed him more than me then, Corey. Like I feel like that was the thing.
Here's one thing I'll say. Up until about now, where I can, and even after that, I feel like 2K18 is a bigger difference from 2K17 than Destiny 2 is from Destiny 1. I really do.
So the only thing, like Mike wasn't getting this game if it wasn't somebody didn't give it to him for his birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was, and I mean, I put time in, and
I know you weren't looking forward to it, Mike. So
it was just like, oh, that's there. I guess I'll give that a try. I spent a fair amount of time on Destiny 1. I had some decent times with it, but the single player is just, and I mean, and I feel like the story would be better served if it didn't pretend to be an MMO and just like actually did its own thing. Because the way it is now is like this half-assed thing in between still, and that's kind of how I felt the first time. But once I got to the like second open world and like you start getting good stuff, and I kind of remember like things actually like reward you a little bit. It's like, all right, well, this is what we played this for before. But for me, I also go into the Crucible a lot, and I'm mostly playing. The way I think, I play the single player stuff to get more abilities to like test them out in the Crucible. That's kind of where I look. I do wish there wasn't just 4v4 though. I kind of wish there was some more Halo-like bigger stuff going on.
Yeah, no, I mean they could have had an 8v8 mode and a Rumble style mode, free for all. I mean they should have done that. I don't know why they didn't.
But we'll see. I feel like it has.
It's not the opposite of that.
They're gonna add that on later, Corey. It'll be DLC.
But yeah, as far as the NBA game goes, there are some new animations and new teams, but the biggest thing is there's an all-time version of every team. So like you have the best like point guard, shooting guard, every position for each team. That's a big change, and for me, it's all the like I get interested in these games mostly by their like old school rosters. So I created a new season with all those teams, subbed them out, and I'm gonna see how the all-time Nets do, which is gonna be hard, but.
It's really aren't that many all-time Nets.
The starting lineup
is Irving on your team at least?
Yeah, it's Dr. J, Vince Carter, Jason Kidd, Buck Williams, or Kenyon Martin, and Brooke Lopez is like the starting.
Kenyon Martin made that list.
Yeah.
Wow.
Brooke Lopez made that list, Jim.
I didn't even know who that is. I know who Kenyon Martin is. I know that everybody on that list, except for that guy you just mentioned, that's Lopez. Yeah. Anyways, so it's a good game though. Enjoying it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Again, like I'll see how my brother reacts to the VC changes when he gets into that, but I really don't care about those modes that much. So, and I'm earning it for him just by doing whatever. I was actually very
interested in this game for the Switch, and then I heard it was a shit show, so I didn't get it.
All right, Mike. Anything else?
No, but I do think I might have a better opinion of Destiny in like a week if it.
Like the thing with Destiny, the other problem is that they don't do a very good job of is that
it doesn't explain anything.
The end game, like once you hit 20, that's when the game starts, really.
Oh,
and
it's the way that first game worked.
No, exactly. But I'm saying they don't do a good job of making it feel like that game started until you get to 20.
No, also I prefer Dinklebot to this like new Ernest dude.
No.
He's like super annoying. He's like, oh.
I don't know. I think there's nostalgia for Dinklebot, but overall,
I didn't like Dinklebot.
I prefer him. I wanted to actually sound like a robot.
Did you get to that chapter, Jim, in your book?
Not yet. That's next chapter. So Shovel Knight just got finished. So. Yeah, I'll have that finished up this week. I read 3 chapters in that book this week, so which is pretty good.
I was surprised because you blew through Console Wars, and this one like you're taking your sweet time on, and
yeah,
just
but
like,
I like the way
half
it's
the
broken
length
up.
of this.
I know, but I like the way it's broken up. Like I don't know, just great. So I'm not. It's not like I'm not enjoying it. I actually like it quite a bit. It's pretty cool to get these behind the scenes, and I feel bad for some of these games that I've ragged on that have gone through development hell. And you kind of get that story, and you're like, ugh, I feel really bad, but it's still a shit game. But I feel bad. That it turned out that way. So
I feel bad for the people that put their hard work into it, but
Yeah.
what
do you feel
the
bad
result's still
about?
shitty.
like Dragon Age, Inquisition, I didn't like. I mean,
Well, you feel
like
bad
that.
for the people, not for the
I still
game.
can't believe I actually made it through that game.
Yeah,
Whatever.
somehow. There's a bunch. What's the other games in that? I don't know, but I'm interested in Stardew Valley from that book. I mean, I don't know if that was really going to be big for me, but I'm going to get that.
I don't know whose hype is higher for that, Tony or mine, but like
I'm getting it as well, guys. Watch me like it out of both of you more. But
probably.
Anyways, so
Like, every time I always go to Reddit like every day just to see what the next Stardew Valley. That's the only reason I like.
I know. Dude, I own the game already on PC. I just haven't
just want to
played
wait. I've tempted every time it's been on sale on PS4. I'm like, no, I gotta wait. It was in the Humble Bundle. I was like, I'm not even buying this Humble Bundle because I'll be tempted to play it on the freaking on my Surface, but I'm not gonna have as easy of time to play it on that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
My brother got a Switch. Hasn't even played Zelda yet. He started Rabbids, Married Rabbids, and he's asking, well, where's Stardew? I'm like, dude, I don't know. Soon?
dude, if it's not October 6th, it's gotta be the 13th, right? I mean, it's gotta be like it's approved. They tweeted that out today.
Yeah.
It's approved. So from approval to like with Nintendo games, it seems like with recently, like Golf Story's coming out on Friday, guys. Hey, there you go, or tomorrow.
I'm interested in that game as well. I want to see some stuff for it a little bit, but Golf Story.
Yeah, no, I mean, what I've learned with Switch at least is you have to give it like a couple weeks to make sure that, because like I was really high on NBA 2K with all the stuff they're saying, like this game is identical, just a little graphics decrease, but support's not there and it's not identical, so they can say what they want.
I heard the biggest thing was the 30 FPS, but I mean I don't play basketball games, so.
Like there's the game-breaking bugs that they aren't patching.
Oh really? Wow.
Like the Xbox and PS4 ones have like 7 patches. The Switch one has 1.
Oh.
Interesting. No, I mean, yeah, it'll come around. It's weird because it's #1 right now in the eShop, which is
I mean it's a huge franchise. I mean that game is in the top 10 every month throughout the year until the next one comes out. So
Yep.
Unfortunately. Anyways, Corey, what else have you been playing? Like Zelda. What else? Mario Rabbids.
Yeah, I mean, I got through all the Splatoon and all that stuff too. So
no, but you
done with my Switch. So
you didn't play anything.
Yeah, put that
like
aside. It's too much. Right? I have to say that Iron Marines game on the iPhone has been taking up a lot of my time, and it's a really good game. It's actually really short though, because there's only like 2 worlds you can do, and it's like a tower defense mixed with an RTS. And by the Kingdom Rush guys, I highly recommend checking that out if you're a fan of that style of game, and just for something quick and easy like to play here and there. It's on the iPhone and Android.
Okay.
But as far as Destiny goes, I've been enjoying Destiny 2, and again, that game is designed to like hang out with your friends. Like you can just like do mundane things with your buddies and stuff, and like anytime you try to pop on, I want to try to play with you, but you're always on and off so quick. I'm like,
well, you guys were in the middle of like the last 2 times you were in the middle of getting a raid going. That's why I just kind of popped off. So. Like, I have to level up to 15.
Well, the last one, like, you were on, and then I was like, oh, we're going to do the next story mission. Like, where are you, Jim? And then you say, oh, I'm going off. I was like, oh, okay. Like, Mike and I we were just about to do the next story mission with our second character. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have to get to level 15 to start my story mission. That's where I'm at right now. So. All
right. You got to do those adventures. The adventures are really good because they do expand on the lore in Destiny. And give you context for some stuff that's going on in the story as well, and characters throughout the worlds. So definitely check those out if you're not leveled enough to do the mainline story. Mm-hmm. But the adventures are good lore stuff. I do find it interesting that they took the Grimoire out, like just removed it, but like didn't replace it with something else.
Yeah.
Which is weird. They just said we're gonna put everything in the game, which is great, but now. Like, I really wish there was, like, a codex like Mass Effect had where, like, you do something or you scan an object or something and then you can just go back and, like, review it at any time you want. But there isn't a system in place there. But as far as Destiny goes, it is Destiny. It's, you know, you're gonna like it or you're not gonna like it. So I have no problem if people don't like it. I'm enjoying it myself. The end game is definitely where the game shines, because once you hit level 20, everything else opens up, and you are able to do, you know, all the end game activities, and you're not gated by, you know, like level stuff like you're having right now, Jim. So
yeah.
So let me ask you a question then. Has everybody that you played Destiny 1 with converted over to Destiny 2?
So far, everyone other than Nick.
Okay, I got you. Because I wanted to ask you how you felt, because so far right now, reports from, I think, UK and Japan, in one other place in Europe, I think, have noted that Destiny 2 sales are way down from Destiny 1.
Yeah, sales are down, but the concurrent players are up. So it's more people are playing right now just because it's new. But
right. But
so
are you
we'll
concerned
see how that goes.
for like the longevity of the game?
No. I just because you have your group of friends, and I have more friends that like played as well now, that have jumped on to Destiny 2 from like work and stuff, and
okay.
So I've been playing with a lot more people, and you know, like I think they've already got the stuff planned out as far as what's gonna come down the line. So I don't think you're gonna be missing on content. And like I said, there's more people playing more right now than there have been in Destiny 1 when I was playing. But again, it's new, so obviously that's gonna happen. New stuff, people are gonna be on it, and we'll see how fast it drops off. But as of right now, there's just a lot of people on, so I'm not missing out on anything at the moment, but we'll see. And we already know what the next 2 DLCs are going to be, and I assume that's going to. December is going to be one, and then my guess is going to be either March or April for the next one, and then they'll probably have like a Taken King style
next
expansion
year.
That's going to be like
big
$40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Tony.
What have I played? More Metroid. Samus Returns. That game, shout out to Mercury Stream. They did a really good job with that.
I was really worried. I was really worried they were gonna like just make a terrible game. Like I don't know why, because like it already had its own side project, and they the cease and desist, and then I was afraid that they were gonna do their thing and then make it just a terrible game. That's what I was worried about.
No, it's awesome. All the additions they actually made to the game are fun for the most part. A couple of them, I could see why they did it, just for I just want to say, I guess, ease of use. Because Metroid games are really not handholdy at all. It's just like, yep, here you go, beat the game, good luck, see ya. Yeah. So it's just, they needed something to give like players in the very beginning, like, hey, here's a tool that will help you like discover things if you want to use it, like a scanning thing. Minimalist story, there's not like a lot of cutscenes or anything that's intrusive to the gameplay. It's not like Metroid Other M, which thank God. So yeah, I'm enjoying that a lot. Hopefully it does well and we see another 2D Metroid first of all, but I would actually like to see Mercury Stream do a brand new entry rather than a remake, now that they've cut their teeth and gotten exposure. And man, I would love to see what they could do with the Switch instead of the 3DS, because
You want this style though, graphic style, art style, right?
I mean, I'm always going to be in favor of 2D sprites. Whether it's traditional like NES, SNES style, or hand-drawn, Vanillaware, Odin Sphere, Muramasa, that kind of stuff, over 3D polygonal stuff. If it's between polygonal stuff or nothing, then obviously I'll take the polygonal stuff. It's just,
Did you see that Way Forward game, the Mummy Demastered?
Oh yeah,
no.
Yeah. It is better than.
You should check that out, Tony.
All right.
Yeah.
It's basically Metroid.
Yeah. I heard about
Dude,
that game.
I can't because I'm already playing this game. I'm resisting picking up SteamWorld Dig 2 right now because I can't start that game right now because I
heard it's pretty short though. You could blow through that in the weekend.
Oh, I can blow through Metroid in a weekend too. It's just, do I want to?
Yeah.
I mean, I still haven't beaten Sonic yet. I got on some.
I actually did all of the Blue Spheres levels now at this point.
Oh wow, that's pretty.
Which is pretty crazy because I couldn't do them at all back in the day, in the old ones.
See, the Blue Sphere levels don't trip me up. It's just fucking catch the UFO things because the controls during that are just so shitty.
Well, yeah, it's like almost intentionally shitty. I think But yeah, those are tough. That's how you get the supersonic things. I've only been supersonic with Sonic. I beat the game with Tails and Knuckles recently, and just going through the levels, you get the blue spheres. They come up probably too frequently, the blue sphere things, but they train you. So now I want to go back and get the hyper emeralds in the old games because now I'm better at it.
All right.
Yeah.
Anything else?
But played a little bit more Octopath.
Cool. I still gotta download that. I still gotta get it. It's still available, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's still available. But that game is awesome, and just going back to like retro style graphics and stuff. It's really awesome to see them working on a new genre like this. The gameplay actually tripped me out. The tutorial, not the tutorial boss, but like the boss of the first section actually tripped me out. I died to him like 4 times because I just wasn't understanding the strategy behind it, and I was like, oh, okay, I see this now. And it's definitely like that Bravely Default system where you have to pick and choose how you're going to use it. And kind of like Persona games, buffs and debuffs are super important. So it's not something you can just like spam attack. And one thing I didn't know, which I only found out after I beat the fight, people are like, oh, you should be using your super attack, like your buff, for your special attacks, not just your regular fight. I was like, I didn't even know you could do that, because in Bravely Default, you could only supercharge your regular attack. So when I go through the other character, I started with Ulbrich, or whatever his name is. So I'll do Primrose next, and hopefully it'll be a bit easier. But
I really do like the graphic style they went with, because it is the classic pixel art, but then it's updated to the current systems where it's very well implemented, I think. And Shovel Knight did a great job, but this has just so much more depth and and it looks HD even though it's like pixel art, which is really impressive. I do really like the other style.
I think that's what they're actually calling like the style that they're doing in the engine is called like HD 2D or something like that. So
let's get as many letters and numbers in there as possible.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
That.
But that is pretty much it. I did mean to play another game that we've been talking about somewhat recently in Marvel vs. Capcom, but not the new one. I was actually going to play the Ultimate version of 3 that I got on PS4 with the flip again. Cool. Because, you know what? The game came out, and it's been doing terribly from reports we've been having so far. In Japan, in the US, the UK. In the UK, fucking Pokken Tournament DX launched higher than Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite did on both platforms, Xbox 360 or Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Like fucking Pokken Tournament.
Well, like we said, the game looks worse than 3 and has less characters than 3.
Yeah.
Like, you call that a sequel? That's more like an add-on.
It's a dequel. It's a fucking dequel.
I like that.
It is.
It's
a fucking dequel. Like, hey, let's take these characters. Let's remove a lot of the popular ones. Magneto, Sentinel, Wolverine.
Yeah.
Let's.
Couldn't even couldn't even throw Cable in there because. Jeez.
Yeah. So I'm fucking happy this game is bombing. Again, vote with your wallet. I almost wanted to get this game because the gameplay was fun in the demo, but it's
supposed to be very good gameplay. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's fine. I mean, if they fix it,
good gameplay. I don't know about very good game.
Oh, I heard it was actually really fun. That's why I heard it was. Maybe
we'll see.
I don't know how fun it can be.
I have no idea because I'm not buying the game until it drops to like $9.99. That's my buy price.
Exactly. And just going back to what I said, vote with your wallet. So I'm not buying the base game. If I do, I'm still interested because I like the Versus series. I prefer the Capcom style of fighters. And through the use of DLC, it's possible that this game does get a healthy roster, especially if they do like an X-Men DLC pack or something like that, which would, I think, help to boost interest in the series. But, it'll be 6 months, a year down the line.
When does Deadpool 2 come out? Because, you could tie that in somehow.
This February again? It's going to be around the same time? Or is it
No, I didn't think it was going to be winter. I thought it was like summer or fall?
Spring?
Spring.
I don't know. I don't know.
You could get Domino, Deadpool, and Cable in there. That would be awesome. But
yeah, I know, right? Yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, fuck Capcom.
Yep. So I've played a few games this week. Back to Mario Rabbids. I finished World 2. So I went through all that. That was fun. Gameplay has gotten a little more challenging. I'm not getting excellence in the ratings anymore. I'm just getting good. But I'm okay because I'm trying to just kind of get... I want to start crossing games off my completion list. Like, I've started a bunch of games and I've not finished a bunch of games. So it's like... I got to get through Mario Rabbids. That's what I'm going to do next week. I'm going to work on that. I started Yakuza 0 as well. And it's not that the story's terrible at all. Like, I know there's people love that story. That's what Corey just told me off before we aired. Corey was explaining the story as the draw, because I'm like, the combat in that game is so clunky. It would do so well to use the Batman combat system in that game.
It's using the Shenmue stuff, man.
I know that, but that combat is old. Now I'm a little worried about Shenmue 3. Like, I want a fluid combat system. Like, Batman has brought us that fluid combat system.
It's hard to go back after Batman.
And this is so clunky, and it's just, like, not that great with it. It's just, So, I really don't... I'm not attached to the character right now, so I don't know if I'm going to continue to play that game, but I did fire up Nier, and I really, really liked that first hour I just played of that game. That was awesome intro. I still haven't gotten a save yet, and I keep moving the controller as we're doing this podcast, because it's not saved. It's on a pause screen right now in a boss fight. Yeah, I'm in the middle of that, but it's such a cool way to do an RPG. Like, it was cool to do, like, a shmup, and then, like, get a level, and I'm like, oh, wait, yeah, this is an RPG, and then all of a sudden, like, then it's an action RPG, and you're no longer in your ship.
They used, like, the theme of it really well, too, like, how your upgrades and stuff get applied and stuff.
I haven't gotten to that part yet.
And so the menus.
Cool.
Yeah, so it seems really cool, and I heard, like, the story is what really makes this game shine,
That's
too.
That's what I'm looking forward to, so I'm getting into that.
But you do have to play it a few times.
I know, I've heard about all that, so. I want to get this cross off my list, though, so I'm going to probably work on Nier.
That's my next... So my plan right now is I'm going to beat Metroid, switch to Nier, and maybe go to SteamWorld Dig 2, because next month is going to be fucking shit.
I want these games...
Stardew Valley hits, like...
Oh my god, don't...
What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
I want to get this stuff out of the way before Mario. That's my goal. I don't know if I can, though. There's not enough time. I played more Destiny. I got few further in the story. I think I'm near the end part of the story, right? Like, I'm starting.
Once you get to level 15,
I can't get. Yeah, after level 15, I can't advance.
Yeah, then you're hitting the home stretch where you're basically getting towards the final boss.
They want to do that, like, push
So it makes you do story stuff once you get to level 15 before you can progress?
No, it gates you. It says you have to be level 11, you have to be level 15.
Oh.
And
because I'm way ahead, I think, with my level.
It sounds like
I think the idea is that most people, I don't know what most people, I think the idea of this was that you do a world and there's a lot of stuff to do on that world, so you kind of get sidetracked. And by the time you get to that point where you need to do the stuff, you're already over that level. Like for me, I never hit the level restrictions because I was always over the level cap that they required. Yeah. I think they cap you at 11 and 15.
Yeah.
I've only done like one story mode in the story mission in the second open area, and I'm level 12, so I think I'm a bit ahead.
You're good.
You're ahead.
You're good. And then I also played Forza 7's demo. I didn't forget to mention GT in this one. GT Sport, how the career mode. We'll talk about it later. So I played the Forza 7 demo. Yeah, it's Forza. It looks amazing. I don't even know what their Xbox X is supposed to do for graphics, because this game looks amazing.
4K, Jim. It's 4K.
I know, but it looks really good on my TV already with HDR. It looks great. But, all right. And that's really all I've been playing that's of note right now. I'll wrap up this section. Let's get into the fall preview, though. It's time to do the fall preview.
Happening?
Fall...
November, December.
Yeah, fall, winter, I guess, right? I mean, is it winter at that point? I don't know.
Yes, I mean...
It'll probably be down to 60 degrees by then, so yeah, it'll be winter.
Yeah, right.
That's the new winter.
Well, we get kicked off. Last time we ended the story was on October 31st, so we've gone through those 2 months, September through October. We're going to pick the story up here with November 3rd, which is Call of Duty World War II. Hitting the shelves. Is it as
everything
strong?
Old is new again?
Is it as strong as is it like going to bring?
I think this is going to be the best-selling Call of Duty game in like 3 years.
Because it's been declining, right? I mean, they have been
possible.
down.
Yeah. What was the last good one? Right? Was Black Ops 3?
According to who?
I think Black Ops 3.
Numbers.
I mean, I think this is going to be the best-selling one in a while. It's going to outsell the last couple, and I know for a fact. And whatever Ghost was, I don't know.
There's a surprising amount of people that are excited for this to be World War II, and I'm like, I guess.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah,
I'm not going to probably get it right away.
They're probably
it makes me more
younger
interested
players.
Yeah.
We weren't playing a lot when it was like every year World War II.
Yeah.
That's been a while now when you think about it. It's been what, like
PS2
10 years?
Yeah, maybe longer.
15 maybe.
Yeah. So that's November 3rd. It's going to do well. We know that. Personally, I'm going to mention I'm hoping Super Lucky Tail is a good game, but I'm not expecting great things for it. But that comes out November 7th for Xbox and PC.
Xbox X.
Oh yeah, it does have a 4K
7th.
mode. That's right, it does have a 4K mode. That's their launch game? That's their launch game. Are you serious? A family-oriented platformer is Xbox One X's launch game. Why didn't they hold Forza for 7th? I don't understand that.
Because people are only buying the Xbox One S.
Yeah. The DLC for Horizon Zero Dawn hits November 7th as well, guys.
We'll have to reinstall for that.
Yeah, I have it still. Corey, you have to rebuy, don't you?
Probably. I'm probably gonna get it
Probably wait for Black Friday.
Yeah, I might have to wait till after the DLC's release. I already pre-ordered it. It's just I need to get the base.
I think
game
Horizon
again.
will be $20 on Black Friday or something like that. I do see that being the case.
I definitely think it's going to be $20 at some point. So there's no rush though. I mean, I got plenty of other stuff. So.
All right. Coming November 10th, Mario Party: The Top 100 on 3DS. On 3DS, not on Switch, unfortunately.
I'm done with 3DS.
So that is literally
the last title.
That's a good way to wrap it up the console there, or handheld there, Tony. So.
Want to see a port for this over to the Switch, guys?
Well, is it like if you do want a port, or do you want an actual game?
No, I'd take the top 100 games. The hell with a new game.
I would take the top 100.
Yeah. No,
Here's the
okay.
thing.
So Tony and I just thought about this. Yeah.
Here's how it usually goes. Like, okay, you play the couple boards, you get it out of your system, and then you're like, let's just play the handful of mini games that are actually really fun to play.
Bumper balls and stuff like that.
Yeah, Book Squirm.
Would you rather?
Yes,
Well,
yes.
okay. How about this?
I think it would be better on the Switch because you could have. It's more of a living room type thing where you can get a bunch of people together to like
that
play
makes
these
a lot more
games.
sense. Absolutely, Mike. But would you rather have a Mario Party Top 100 or new WarioWare game?
I'm Mario Party. I go Mario Party personally.
Mario Party, just because, like, while I do like WarioWare, I've played through so many of the games that.
What if you had the top 100 WarioWare Mario Party games? Now you just mixing them up.
Oh man. I mean, yeah, it's rough. Because like the WarioWare game on GameCube actually has a multiplayer mode, which is really fun actually. But yeah, now Mario Party Top 100, I have high hopes for. Again, I'm not getting
Hopefully it sells well enough to get people to buy it, to make it get them to make it on the Switch.
I know. I can't believe out of all the games, like Metroid and that, I wish we're on the Switch.
Yeah.
Because like I was having a conversation with Nick at work, and it's like legitimately like that is a.
They made the Switch for Mario Party style games.
Yeah,
I mean, you already saw it with Karen on the fucking rooftop.
Fucking Karen.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I would like to see that, but I think Mario Party for me. But what else we have? I'm not gonna mention Football Manager. Even that's gonna sell like crazy, isn't it?
Not here, it won't. But
No, that's a Europe game.
Europe. Yeah.
Coming November 14th, we get blasted back to 2011 with L.A. Noire hitting again, the remaster.
I don't think that's going to do well.
No, I don't think so either. But
it's weird that this is Rockstar, right?
Even with that art on the box, I still don't think it's going to do that well.
Yeah, we blast back to 2011 and then blast back to what 1950. This game takes place. So.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I don't know. Out of all,
I think it's gonna do. I think it'll do well on the Switch. Actually,
I don't think so. I mean, digitally, it is the same price, right? It's not $10 more.
This game, I don't know. The game just didn't know what it wanted to be. It's like almost a point-and-click game, almost an open-world game.
The game really lost its way towards the end too, and that
story got kind of dumb.
Well, because it's weird the structure of the way things went. Like you're solving a murder, now you're doing an arson thing. Like, shouldn't it be the other way around?
Yeah.
It's like, shouldn't murder be like the last thing you're trying to figure out, not in the middle?
There also is a point in that game, mild spoiler, unless you want. Is anyone
well, it's coming out,
sensitive to spoilers of this game?
Guys, wait. It is coming out for people who haven't played it.
But there is just a story point that's sort of debatable about something that you've talked about before, Jim.
Oh,
I'll just say that.
Well, I spoiled it. I already spoiled it, though, with my thing. So, like I said,
you haven't really spoiled it. You haven't spoiled it yet. I mean, nobody has any idea what it's about yet, so... If they haven't played it. If they haven't played it yet, though, I mean...
I'm just saying, like,
And also, a
I
lot
would
of the
think you'd
storyline
gear
goes a
up
long
for
way to make the protagonist unlikable.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. Yeah.
November 17th, guys. Star Wars Battlefront 2. This is a big
I'm
month.
excited about that
Yeah.
one.
I'm more excited for that than
Call
I
of Duty?
thought I would be,
Oh.
because I actually never played Battlefront after the demo, and I loved the demo. But then like other things coming out, and I was like, I don't need it. And I bought the game, and I haven't even played it. So
Well, the DLC structure for the last game was
so
just
I don't
awful.
think I'll be picking this game up. But I do appreciate them not having a season pass and everything's in for it.
This one, I'm excited about. Of course, I never played the old ones, so I don't have a comparison. But I really like the last game. I played for a long time, and this just seems like a more complete package now.
I do want to play the story because it is canon, and I want to see where they take that.
That's kind of cool. Yeah, I do want to try that. You're right.
And there's an audiobook that she reads as well.
Okay.
Actually, the actress, Shiva actress.
Cool.
I'm
let's see.
pretty excited for it.
Also on November, there's a bunch on November 17th. We got Elder Scrolls Skyrim again for the umpteenth time coming out on
That should
Switch.
just be like it's like
Annual release.
subtitles.
Yeah.
Skyrim again.
Skyrim again. Coming to the Switch. So if you have a Switch and you haven't played this game somehow, and you want to play it, let me rephrase that, because I haven't played it, but I don't want to play it. You can get it on the Switch.
I think it's going to do well.
I think it will, too, after that was one of the big hype games for the Switch coming out, so I think it will do well.
Showed it on the TV before they even announced it.
Everything old is new again.
Yes. Well, here we go again. The Sims 4 is hitting consoles.
Is that the thing that was a disaster when it released?
No, SimCity.
SimCity was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was
So.
a disaster.
So now we got to get to November releases without a date yet. We've got Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those aren't dated yet?
3DS. Who cares?
Why aren't those dated yet?
I'm pretty sure
I thought they were dated. What are you looking at?
I'm on IGN and they didn't update this list. I know.
IGN.
Vampire got delayed till next year.
Let's see here. Do I have my list?
That's all I got for November, actually. That's a lot of games, though.
It is a lot of games.
After that, you're getting a little too close to the holidays. People
Amazon
out
says, November 17th. I wonder who's right between IGN and Amazon.
I'm going to go with Amazon. I don't have a release calendar besides this, so that's what I was going with.
Just go to the Amazon pre-order chart.
They have a pre-order chart like that?
Damn.
Or you could just go to Wikipedia even. They have.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing
Sure,
this on my phone.
Wikipedia.
If I run it from my computer, it slows down the recording, so I can't do anything on my computer. This is why I'm always looking down on my phone, for those wondering.
November 28th, Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2 for Nintendo Switch.
No.
Capcom.
All right. They updated this part, though. Here's kicking off December is Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Hold on. Before we go outside of November, let's talk about.
Oh yes.
What do we think the top selling titles? Call of Duty, obviously.
I'm going to go with Battlefront 2.
You missed Sonic Forces, Jim. Sonic Forces comes out November 7th. Did you say that?
I didn't.
How the fuck could you forget Sonic? How the fuck could you forget Sonic?
I must have skipped
Sonic
over it.
has some goodwill again.
My apologies.
But I don't know about this one.
Yeah, sorry. No, that's gonna be a terrible game. I'm gonna go with.
And Need for Speed Payback.
Oh, what?
Need for Speed is back. Everything's back.
I have to open up a new list here. Is this all on Wikipedia?
Yeah, look Wikipedia. Lego Marvel versus Lego Marvel Superhero 2.
I skipped that.
Yes. Now without X-Men characters. Woohoo!
Here we go. Category upcoming.
I mean,
another Dequel.
It's gonna be close between Battlefront and Call of Duty.
Don't forget 2Ks will still be selling.
Star Wars, Tony. It's Star Wars.
It's Call of Duty.
I think it's Star Wars, just from the hype of Star Wars.
Call of Duty.
You guys want to bet on this? You guys want to bet on this?
I didn't say Star Wars is gonna beat it. I said it's gonna be close. It's not
no, I don't even think it's gonna be close.
Call of Duty's not home run. But I did say Call of Duty is gonna sell the best it's ever sold in a long time. It's probably gonna be the best. This is probably gonna be best selling PS4, Xbox One selling Call of Duty in my opinion. But the buzz with Star Wars is pretty high just because last game was
coming out then too.
Right. I'm not saying it's not going to be positive and it's not going to sell well, but I'm just saying Call of Duty is still going to outsell it by a huge margin.
I'm on a losing streak, but I want to.
Yeah, Jim, you already owe me like 2.
I know. I can't bet. I owe
me
him
1.
I can't bet. I owe him 2 already, and I would love to take this bet. Actually, I would. I think it would be a fun bet to have because I do think there's a chance.
Why don't we just do in spirit?
Well, are we doing serious bets on this list anyways? I don't think we were on these lists.
We're not doing serious bets right now. We're just talking about
this was for fun, but you guys were just speaking so adamantly about Star Wars. I wanted to see how...
I just said before, though, this is going to be the best-selling Call of Duty games in years.
Right, I know. I just wanted to see what your conviction was for your statement.
Oh. Yeah, I don't think it's going to beat it. I just think it's going to be close. It's closer than the last one was with Battlefront and the last Call of Duty, whatever that was. I think it'll be closer.
Yeah. All right.
You got a movie coming out this year too.
So that's what I'm saying. So the Star Wars hype.
Do you think number 1 is? You're saying number 1 is going to be Call of Duty. Number 2 is going to be Star Wars.
Oh, I would say that.
NBA will be in there somewhere.
Oh wait, there's Pokemon 2 that month.
No, Pokemon's been out already.
Yeah, don't underestimate the power of Pokemon.
It's 3DS.
You still gotta always catch them all.
I'll say Star Wars is 2.
I'll go with Star Wars 2. I would say Star
You're
Wars 1.
almost with 1.
I'll say Star Wars 1. I'll say it.
I do think Elliot Noir is going to chart.
I think it will.
So wait, hold on. Before you talk about that, so Jim, you think Star Wars is going to be number 1 in NPD
for the month of
November, yes.
Now you're just saying that for funsies, or do you want to?
And it's coming out how late into the month?
17th.
Yeah,
it's enough time. It only takes a week. It only needs a week.
I mean, you're saying Call of Duty's going to be
I would bet against it being 1.
I'm going to go with that being number 1. I'm not very... It's going to be close. It's going to be damn close. I just don't...
Are you saying that like for fun, or you want to take
for fun? Because I can't bet anymore. I'm on a losing streak. If I make this bet, I condemn Battlefront to be number 2. So
okay. All right. So would you take a bet that Star Wars would? I'd even say top 2 then. Would you take a bet that Star Wars would make top 2 for NPD?
I will take that bet.
Interesting. I'll get back to you on that one. I want to think about it.
All right, we got time.
Yeah, I know.
Let's move into the... Oh, wait, worst performer that month, guys? What do you think's going to bomb? Any flops?
Sonic.
Oh,
Sonic. Yeah, Sonic will.
I don't think it'll bomb financially.
Well, I'm not saying financially it's going to not make money, but I don't think it's going to do well.
I don't know. I have no...
I think the surprise here is going to be Need for Speed. I think people are going to buy that game.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Need for Speed's going to sell well. I just don't know what could be a bomb.
Especially if it comes out before... Well, actually, it doesn't come out before.
Yeah, I can't really comment on it because I have no stake in the genre at all. So
just people buy that game. I don't they love Need for Speed. People love it. So
yeah,
but, it's Ghost Recon this year, Wildlands or whatever.
Yeah,
just put Tom Clancy's name on it. People will buy it.
All right, so we'll do December here. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, kicking us off. Gonna sell very well.
D1. That's
looking
awesome.
Forward to it. Yep. What else am I missing? If I miss a game, let me know, Corey. Are you double checking with me here? Bethesda Pinball, guys.
Oh, Jesus.
What?
They're
Everywhere.
bomb.
I guess I don't know if I want to mention Okami HD. I don't think that's gonna. I don't know.
I mean as far as what's on here, the only big stuff that's in December right now I see is Xenoblade, Yakuza, Kiwami 2, and Okami HD. I don't think Dead Rising 4, Frank's big package on PS4, is going to do anything.
We get the DLC for Zelda probably that month, right?
Yeah.
We've got Battle Chef Brigade.
If only it was a Food Wars.
The bigger games want to avoid December. It's too far in. They want to get all that Black Friday stuff for everyone else.
I'm in Q4 here, so...
Yeah.
Supposedly Doom on Switch is December, I think.
Yeah, I have a Q4. I haven't gotten to that yet on this list, but... yeah, not much in December, so November is the big month, but, does, the second month after, where does Xenoblade Chronicles show up on this list? In the top 10, where?
In December?
Yeah.
It's Xenoblade?
It's gonna go up against, it's gonna go up
I think it's top 5.
It's gonna go up against, don't forget here, Mario is out. It's the holidays. We got Mario out, we got NBA, we've got obviously
GTA.
Yeah.
Madden will still be selling by then.
We're arguing if Xenoblade is going to make top 10.
I'm asking where it's going to be on the list. I'm not arguing. I'm not saying where. I'm not saying if. I'm just saying where.
I'd be.
I said 10.
I think it's going to be 5.
I would say lower half.
Okay, so does it get in there? It gets in on 10 or 9? I mean, you got NBA,
Yeah,
you've got
There's just too much.
GTA, you've got Call of Duty, Battlefront. What else am I forgetting here on this list we just went through?
Mario.
Mario. By themselves, they have another game in there. That's your 5.
Yeah, I don't know. It would be in the lower end of the spectrum.
It's the holidays too, so what's selling? Minecraft is selling. I mean, it's the holidays. It's so tough to predict.
All the November games are still going to be selling in December for Christmas gifts, holiday gifts, and all that stuff. So.
Yeah, you're going to have Call of Duty and Battlefront and Mario and GTA and NBA.
I still think Mario
Madden will still be selling too.
I think Mario is still going to be charting way above Xenoblade. Don't get me wrong. I think it'll do well. If it was organized by individual SKU, it'd have a better chance. But just combined, you can't beat those multi-platform games.
No.
It's so hard.
No, I know.
Well, you can if you're Zelda.
If you're Mario.
I'm sorry. Yes.
I'm seeing Mario on this list.
Zelda has 2 platforms.
But all right.
Well, I think I don't know. I think it has a shot, especially if Nintendo gets behind it. I think it could do well. Yeah. You got to buy something with that's holiday Switch purchase. Mario's definitely going to be there, sure, but no, I think it could be good as a new thing in December.
Yeah. All right. I think that's it. That's going to wrap up the fall preview, guys.
Hold on.
Yes.
What do we think is going to be the top 3 games of the holiday season? October, November, December, NPD.
Well, Mario, Call of Duty,
2K.
Yeah, NBA 2K. Mario,
GTA?
Call of Duty. Oh.
No, it better not be.
I mean, Star Wars will be there.
Yeah.
I mean, we're already talking I've been pushing Xenoblade out already, but as far as October, November, December combined, you have to have Mario in there. You have to have Call of Duty. You have to have Star Wars. You have to have NBA and
I almost think
FIFA.
Mario is the most questionable of those.
Which one?
What?
Mario.
Well, he's talking install base.
It's an exclusive, yeah.
I mean, South Park might sell very well.
Yeah.
It's not going to be doing Call of Duty Gran GTA numbers.
No, it's not. What else we got here? I'm just trying to find the lists.
I mean, Assassin's Creed could be in.
Depends. That I feel like that's a game that's really gonna depend on its reviews a lot, because everyone is taking a break from that series, including itself. And they're gonna be like, "Oh, is this worth getting back into or not?"
Yeah.
I think people are done.
October is so big right now.
I know. There's gonna be games rolling in all holiday from October, so.
Yeah, I mean, you have Shadow of War still.
Yeah.
GT Sport. I think
Shadow
the
War,
WWE.
I don't think Shadow War is going to do well at all. I think that's.
No, I don't think so. I'm just saying as a bigger game. Just Dance 2018 is probably going to sell really well.
People are still buying those games.
Oh yeah,
They're
that always
cheap.
sells.
Buying them for the Wii apparently.
Yep.
Thank you, Flippageddon. All right. Anyways, I think it's going to wrap up this episode, guys. Thank you for tuning in. This was episode 363 of the Gamecast. Write us.
Wait, do we even talk about Evil Within 2?
That was October.
Oh, that was. Sorry, I'm sorry.
October 13th, which is a Friday.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Ooh, shizzle.
Write us. Podcast.
And if Stardew Valley comes out that day, oh my god.
Stardew Valley is coming out that month. It's just a matter of where. So, write us podcast at allyoucangeek.net. Follow us on Twitter at allyoucangeek. Like us on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. Tune in next week.
Let us know what games you're looking forward to
know.
this holiday.
So, we can keep doing this. We can keep doing this like every quarterly kind of thing. I think we can do this. So, we'll continue this tradition. So look for that. And next week is Comic-Con. I'm looking forward to that. Tune in then. And thanks for listening. Zombear.